Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast, episode 256. I'm Joe,
I'm Lauren.
better known as Cowboy Ken and Cow Lauren.
and Cow.
And Cow. What number are you? Cow number
43.
43.
Cow number 43. I stabbed myself making this, actually. There's some blood on
What
this
is it
bag.
made of?
It's a Post-it note.
Oh.
But then I, pierced it with this hoop, and it went straight through my finger, and I was bleeding everywhere, and I was like, I didn't mean to commit this hard.
Oh
this
my
is crazy.
God.
So this is, yeah.
She bled for this.
I committed to the role.
Yeah. So, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah. Or a little
Day after Halloween, whatever.
After, but close enough.
Hope everybody got their favorite candy or favorite snack or treat or trick.
Or thing, yeah. Maybe you got tricked.
Maybe you got tricked.
Which is also good.
But for our Halloween episode, we're going to be, as we said last week, painting these massive fucking pumpkins. Literally the biggest pumpkins I think I've ever. That's not true. I used to sell pumpkins and we sold pretty massive pumpkins, but like this is the first one I've ever painted.
This is huge
And
for
it's
painting.
huge.
This is a prime carving pumpkin.
It is.
And I'm very disappointed we're not carving them now.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Publix.
yeah, this is crazy.
I did not
this
expect
is from Publix.
Publix to have the world's largest pumpkins.
Yeah, for real. And like good quality. Like yours does have a little bit of a
I keep touching the wart.
Ew,
It's got a you can't see it. It's got a bump right here, just like a big old wart.
That's so
And I just keep like summing it.
Ew.
But we're gonna
really
paint these, and we're shooting for like an hour-long episode. Obviously, we're already cutting into that time, but we're gonna shoot for having these done within an hour. We don't know what the other person is painting, and we're gonna be doing this while doing our regularly scheduled podcast and drinking our fall beverage. There it is.
Little sippy.
It's
all right, all these are open.
Jack Daniel's apple and a little bit of appy cider. We've got enough to last us the entire episode and then some. So, let's get started and then get into our costumes. We'll break them down, and two, the draft. Which do you want to do first?
I feel like we should do the draft first and then explain why our costumes are number one above the draft.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you also have first pick in the draft.
Oh, shit. Ugh, my first pick's kind of... I don't even like my... Anyways, tell me about your costume, Joe.
Yes.
Who are you?
I am Cowboy Ken from the Barbie movie. That came out last year. Riley and I are doing Cowgirl
I can't even
Barbie.
see you over the pumpkin.
Cowgirl Barbie and Cowboy Ken.
Uh-huh.
Ken and Barbie. That's what we're doing.
Uh-huh.
Or Barbie and Ken, depending on how you word
Barbie
it.
first.
Barbie first, yeah.
And
I'm just Ken.
you're just Ken.
I'm just Ken.
That's great.
No cowboy hat.
Are you gonna sing or anything?
No. God, no.
Your power ballad or whatever it is?
No, that's all right. I love that song.
It's great. I
Yeah.
listened to it the other day. Ooh. It came on in Spirit Halloween.
Really?
And I lost my shit.
I
love
love
singing.
Spirit Halloween.
Dude, can we talk about Spirit
Yeah,
Halloween?
why have we not
actually?
talked about
Hold
that so
on,
far?
Hold on. So what? They made a Spirit Christmas.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
I saw it on the Tic Tac.
On the Tic Tac.
And they're apparently gonna do a Spirit Christmas. I don't know if it's like a multi-place thing,
Yeah.
multiple locations, or just this one area that did it. But regardless, Spirit. What are you looking for?
Looking for a pencil, honestly, is what I need.
Oh, a pencil. No,
This is too permanent.
You gotta commit.
Yeah.
Just
Continue, yes.
it'll come right off.
Yes. So Spirit Christmas.
Spirit Christmas, but regardless, Spirit Halloween.
What about
An
Spirit
icon.
Thanksgiving?
That's the grocery store.
Yeah. They just sell turkeys.
They just have
Just
turkeys. Just birds. No, but Spirit Halloween is like probably one of my favorite stores. Like if we did a store draft,
Yeah.
I think Spirit's my number one.
It's like the way they come and go,
They're
just
banging the whole time.
Yeah.
They come in with a fucking bang. The one in my college town, because I like went to not small college, but a small college town.
Yeah.
It was like a tent set up in the parking lot. It wasn't even in a building. And that's how
They just popped up a tent.
they popped up a tent. It was like pavement ground, but then had like the wires taped down for like the lighting. Super sketch. Kick ass. Banging.
I love a good Spirit Halloween. The amount of times though that I've purchased a costume from Spirit Halloween is few and far between.
I get like parts of costumes. I've never purchased a full body costume, like
Yeah.
one kit in my life. I normally make all my costumes.
I
This is a onesie, so it's kind of cheating, but
yeah, well, I don't think that I have ever made a costume. Well, I guess that's not true. Like, I'll like throw something together with like things that I have at home and make it work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also don't. I mean, like, I'm sure that I have bought a costume. A couple years ago, I went as peanut butter and jelly. I was peanut butter, the person I was with at the time
I was about
went
to
as
ask
jelly.
who's who.
And we bought those from Spirit Halloween, and that was like day of Halloween. We bought those costumes because that's all they had left.
Dang. Oh yeah, you
So-
didn't even like want to be that. That's
Yeah,
just like
it was just like,
your
well, here we go.
option. Touche. I normally have my costume. I have probably enough costumes to dress up for every day of October as backups. There's obviously I'd have to like repeat ones from the past,
Yeah.
but I definitely like easily could do like any like I decided on this the cow
Yeah.
on my drive home.
From work today?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I was gonna be like 5 other things that were quick, and then I remembered I had this cow onesie. I was like, "Wah, an excuse to paint my face. Hello." And I love a good excuse.
Yeah, it looks very well done. Now I will say
Thanks.
you very quickly unbuttoned yourself.
It's fucking hot in here.
You
Yeah,
you
I
came
did.
over full committing to the cow.
Yeah,
and
I had the
now-
whole. I had
yeah.
everything. I even have a hood.
Yeah.
I'm sweating so much. I'm like hiking this up as much as I
you
can.
you were like, I'm a cow, and then you were like, okay, now I'm just wearing a cow costume.
Now I'm just there's just like it's just the pants at
Yeah.
this point. And I thought about wearing it as pants because I was like,
That
dude,
would have been smart, honestly.
it's freaking hot in here. Well, I wasn't thinking. I was trying to commit to the full cow.
That's fair. And I appreciate that. As your co-host, I appreciate the effort for the Halloween episode. I will say, though, for every Halloween episode that we've had on this podcast, I am convinced that I have dressed up as a cowboy of sorts for every single one.
What?
No, that's not true. I was Loki a couple years ago.
Oh, I have a Loki.
Yeah.
Could have been Loki.
I did that, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. And that one I did buy a lot of the pieces. Like
what did you buy for that?
I ordered the. That's when like Hot Topic was selling the variant jacket.
Like the wait, which one were you? Like the vote
The
for?
main. No.
Or
Like
just
the
regular
one with the
Loki?
variant jacket on.
Oh, okay.
I was
Oh,
Loki.
like the okay, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I like knock everything. We're trying to tip this thing.
This is so hard.
That's what she.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I ordered the horns like way too late on Amazon and didn't get the right ones. So there was that. Because also technically that Loki doesn't wear horns, but
You had to get.
to get the point across.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought like the tie and everything on Amazon.
This is stupid looking.
What, your pumpkin?
Uh-huh.
Good, because I'm actually so far decently proud of mine.
Really? I'm not. But anyways.
It is a little crooked.
I
Yeah.
leaned back. I was like, oh no. This
Yeah.
is all not.
Now, you did say that you were going to be something else before you went cow.
I was gonna be 2 other things
Two other
that were
things.
really funny in the same genre.
Okay.
I was either gonna be reverse cowgirl.
Yeah,
I
which
was
how does
gonna-
that
You wear like you wear just
a
like
cowgirl outfit backwards?
yeah, you wear like a backwards flannel, you
Yeah.
know, and then you wear a cowboy hat backwards, and you put a reverse Uno card in the cowboy hat
That's
in
smart.
the front,
That's smart.
and you just that's all you have to do, really.
Yeah.
And I was either gonna wear like a reverse flannel or a reverse jean jacket, and like have like the belt backwards,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna wear my pants normal. That's
Because,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna be either reverse cowgirl, girl,
Girl.
or a pillow princess.
A pillow princess?
Yeah. You know what a pillow princess is?
Afraid not. Somebody who's always a bottom?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like not even that. It's more of like doesn't do any work.
Yeah,
Like
they're
sits
just laying there. They're just getting
yes.
yeah.
Receiving.
They're just
everything.
receiving.
They don't do any giving. And I was gonna just like wear a tiara, wear a dress, and then carry a pillow.
That actually would have been really good.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like bringing a pillow like all the way here.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I thought of the cow, and I was like, okay, I can do cow pretty quickly. But maybe I'll be pillow princess.
How
a
long
bit
did it take you to
later.
do the makeup?
I got home at 4.
Yeah.
I took care of my cats and stuff, and then I was on the road by 40 or 35. So
Impressive.
I like got home and like, oh, and I made my lunch for tomorrow too. Like I did all my like to do things.
You like just had to meal prep really quick.
Yeah, that's why it took me so long. Sorry. I'm trying to.
Open the paint.
Uh-huh.
I guess we probably should have done that in advance, huh?
They're open. Just this one has the like plastic over the top,
Right.
so you can't use the like spout. You'd dump it. I hope this dries fast.
Yo, me too. It's a genuine fear of mine.
This type of paint does dry fast. It's just acrylic. You just have to don't put it on too thick.
Got it.
Not thick. You still sketching?
A little bit, but like also not really.
Mm.
I'm just adding stuff that I don't really need as accoutrements,
What?
decoration.
Okay. Gesundheit. Anywho, that's our costumes.
That is our
Were you going to
costumes.
be anything else before we move on to the draft, or were you always?
So
going to
I
be...
was. This idea was pretty last minute, like as in like Riley and I thought of it
last
the
episode?
other day.
Yeah.
But and then she ordered the things on Amazon. There was another idea that she texted me about today, which I wouldn't have worn for the podcast. So I think this was always going to be for the podcast. But today, she texted me and was like, somebody gave me the idea we could be the like Harambe reserve
Is this the?
sign and the bypass sign.
Oh.
Yeah. She was gonna be the reserve sign, Harambe
That's
Wildlife Reserve, and I was gonna be the
funny.
bypass sign.
Oh, that would have been cute.
She was like gonna make t-shirts. So again, I wouldn't have done that for this.
Yeah,
I would have done that for
people-
like the
people
work
wouldn't have
party.
gotten that here.
Yeah. But it would have been a good one for the work party. But I was like, we already bought these costumes off Amazon, so like we might as well.
Right, you get some
get the
kind of
new-
use out of it, for sure. That's creative though.
Yeah, it was very creative.
Damn, I like that. Yeah.
Red. But yeah, so now we're gonna get into the draft. Do I need to shake this? I shook it.
That's fine. It's not gonna hurt it.
Okay. And Lauren, you have 2024 first pick.
For costumes, this is a vague one. I have to explain it. My number one pick is large group movie costumes that are everyone is a different character and
Yeah.
everyone matches their character. Like they look perfect for the role.
Yeah.
Like that is their job. Like
Yeah.
you have a Shaggy, you have a redhead Daphne. Like it all works out, or even like their personalities. Like whoever is Scooby-Doo, like it's the goofy guy. Like it's perfect.
Yeah.
I love a good group costume when everyone commits and when everyone is like from a solid franchise and large, not just like a 3 like girl group type thing, like the Powerpuff Girls or whatever.
So that was my number 4.
Oh, okay.
Was group costumes, and I was gonna say like 7 or more people, not like
Yeah,
not like
like
the Ninja Turtles, like cop
No,
out of 4 people.
no,
That's easy.
I mean like you are going as like the entire cast.
I literally wrote down in parentheses Shrek.
Yes.
And
yes.
now
Where
I have to
everyone-
think of a new one.
like the whole party, like when a whole party is themed Shrek and everyone has to like fill out something beforehand and pick a character.
Yeah.
I eat that shit up. I love that because that means no one's gonna copy your costume.
Yeah.
And like it just looks so good. Like it's such a cool look.
How the
That's
fuck did you open this? Because I'm about to get angry over here.
I bit it. Do you want me to bite it?
I'll bite it.
Yeah, that was my number 1. I'm sorry it was your number 4.
Yeah.
Shrek is a good example. I was trying to think of examples that I really like. The only time I don't like that is when they're like average people, like the cast of Friends. I'm like, it's
too
kinda
easy,
hard,
because you're
like-
just wearing normal clothes at that
like
point.
The Office is a little bit more distinguishable because
Yeah.
like you have a Dwight, you have a Michael, but like it's really hard to tell the characters apart
Yeah.
when you do like Friends or like Seinfeld. Like
Mhm.
that's a little different. But if you have like a TV show, like all like the like Simpsons or something, and you have all the different characters, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black.
Yes.
That's a good first round pick. My first pick is sexy costumes.
And
it can
basic bitch.
Yeah, it can be anything. You want to be a sexy potato? Go off.
Sexy.
Yeah, if
sexy
you
porn,
can make it sexy, I'm on board.
sexy Rosa Parks.
Sexy. Rosa Parks is already sexy.
You're so right. How could I have been so silly to do
Yeah.
that? Yeah, I think sexy costumes are fun because
They're
it's
so
an
fun.
excuse to look really slutty for not getting much like talk back, you know?
Yeah.
Damn. I just thought of a different one.
Oh well.
But I'm not gonna say it, but I can actually I'll just comment off of that. Like to build off of that, I really like when girls turn something or guys turn something that is really not sexy at all and makes it even more sexy. Like,
That's what I'm talking about.
no, like you don't like just like a princess. Like you want to see like sexy potato.
Yeah, I mean, like sexy princess, I'm on board. Like,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like I would love to see like someone goes like a sexy Monopoly man.
Yeah.
I think that shit's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also already sexy.
Yes. Yeah, that's already so easy to do.
Oh my god, that would actually be hilarious.
I know. I'm like, maybe I need to be writing these down. This is what I should be next year. I was a Monopoly board for Halloween when I was a kid. Like,
Were you really?
The entire game of Monopoly. Yeah.
Damn.
I wore a board around like my neck, and then I had a huge hat that was like a kind of like a register with all the money coming out and stuff.
That's creative.
I went all out as a kid, as you know from some of the pictures.
I still have your Spider-Man picture.
I know, it's an icon. She is an icon. Doesn't come to fuck around. But that being said, I love when a sexy costume that just shouldn't be sexy,
Yeah.
but still tasteful. You know?
Always tasteful, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and also, to touch on tasteful, like
Like Paul Revere.
sexy George Washington.
Give me a sexy old white man who's dead for a bajillion years.
Yeah,
That's
sexy
perfect.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
But also like tastefully sexy. Like, don't just like show up in lingerie with a wig on.
No, you gotta go all out. Like you
Yeah.
still have to look like that. You shouldn't have to describe who you are.
Exactly. I
People
want to
should
know
know
without a doubt that you are
immediately.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
And that you are here to
You need a
look
kite, you
like
need
I
a
want to do
key.
Benjamin Franklin.
You gotta change
Kite
Joe's
and a
mind.
key.
You gotta make Joe question a lot of things.
Yep. Absolutely you do.
That's a good pick.
Thank you. Thank you.
My number 2, puns. Like when couples do puns together or friends do puns together.
Okay.
But unique ones.
Like visualize a pun.
Yes. Like, but it has to be unique. Like, don't do like holy cow. Like that's so basic, and I've seen it done before, and I did it in high school, so it's already been done.
Like how yeah. Lauren's already done it, so
You can't do it now.
screw you.
I'm trying to think of any examples, but do you know what I mean? Like with a really good like play on words,
Yeah.
or something that like you've never seen before. I appreciate when a couple does that because that's normally hard to do.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
I don't really have any.
That's all right.
Just that they.
Progress is being made over here, by the way. Just pointing that out really
Really?
quick. Progress is being made.
I hope when you turn around, it is a Van Gogh piece.
Mom, I threw
Mom,
up.
I threw up.
Problem was with the first bit of paint, I added way too much, and so now I'm trying to like scrape paint away from that first thing.
Take a while to dry.
Yeah, I know. I'm also gonna dip my tassels in paint here.
Yes.
My number 2 pick.
I was like, your tassels.
Yeah, my tassels.
I know you had tassels on.
My number 2 pick is celebrities. And I'm talking like dressing up as a celebrity, but like going all out. Like you
Yeah.
pick like a celebrity's like outfit from red carpet in 2002.
It has to be their like iconic
Yeah.
moment. You can't just throw on a blonde wig and be like,
I'm Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, I'm Sabrina Carpenter. Be like, no, you gotta wear
Yeah.
the
How many Sabrina
sequin.
Carpenters do you think they're gonna be this Halloween?
I have seen so many TikToks. I would love to be her if it weren't for the fact that every other bitch is gonna be her for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
But I
But you're here for it.
I'm here for it. But also, like, if you make a good celebrity costume, I am on board. Like, that is
Yeah, I feel like that's easier when a celebrity does something super like crazy or
right. Like
dramatic.
when who was it? Justin Timberlake and
The
what's her face?
jeans fit.
Yeah, the denim outfit.
Exactly. Like that's easy. Any of Britney Spears. Like you could
Any
do
of
the
Britney
red
Spears.
latex. You could do the snake.
What I want you
You know what
I
I
want
want?
you to shave your head
I will
and be
commit.
Britney from 2007.
I wanted to be the snake Britney really bad. I was almost going to be that this year because they have those snakes in Asia on sale.
There's
you know?
snakes in Asia.
The plush.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
did not give enough context. Sorry. In their plushie stand.
Yeah.
But that also takes a lot of other stuff that I don't own. I didn't feel like buying that. I owned this cow onesie, conveniently enough.
Yeah, a choice was made.
A choice was I bought this. Shut up. I bought this, I think, sophomore year of high school. So what year? I've had this for like 7 or 8 years now.
Was there a reason you bought it?
I think I just wanted a onesie, and all my friends and I each bought like a different animal. So one of my friends got a turtle. I forget what my third friend got. Maybe it was just me and my one friend who got a turtle, and I got a cow.
I would love a turtle onesie if I'm being honest.
Yeah, the turtle onesie was a banger. I hope she still has it. I'm gonna actually text her right after this.
Be like, you still got that
You
onesie?
still got that onesie, by the way. I hope you didn't get rid of it. And at one point I had a black dragon onesie.
That's also sick.
Yeah, it was really cool. But it was my brother's, and he stole it back from me. Unfortunately. Oh.
That is unfortunate.
Um.
This is rapidly falling apart on my end, by the way.
I thought you were about to say like something really exciting about it.
No, it was looking really good, and now it's looking less good.
I mean, mine looks really.
I might honestly.
Over it.
I might go full black and start fresh.
Oh my
Exactly what I'm gonna do.
Mine looks a little derpy right now, but that's okay. But my number 3 pick.
Nope. Oh yeah, you're on number 3.
Jesus.
It's like, nope, it's my number 3.
On the topic of painting everything black and trying again and restarting and trying your painting.
Yeah.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross is a good one.
That's very specific.
I think it's overdone though.
I think it's only good if a girl does it. Because it's funny.
Yeah.
With the beard and the wig.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then to pair it where the boy is a painting.
Oh, that's clever.
I like that. Or
costume.
the couple, yeah. The one person's Bob Ross, one person's a painting.
Yeah.
It is overdone, especially during his like peak
during peak
COVID,
Netflix, yeah.
When everyone was like, "Oh my god, Bob Ross, I can paint now."
Like, no, you fucking can't.
No, you're just copying exactly what he's doing. If it weren't for him,
Hassled myself.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like a good Bob Ross. I don't know that it's worthy of number 3, looking at some of my other picks, but I think it's pretty good. It makes me chuckle every time I see it.
Yeah. Especially when it is a woman.
Yes.
God, going all black is really just... I'm flying through this now.
Careful not to like flick because it'll spray paint all over your shit.
Yeah, I know. My number 3 is inflatable costumes.
Oh,
Cheesy,
you like those?
cheesy,
like the dinosaur?
Like the dinosaur, like the guy riding an ostrich. If your legs look little, I love it. If you gave yourself little legs for your costume.
All those ones where it's like a guy riding like a leprechaun or like a guy riding like a jailer or whatever.
I love them.
That's so silly. I actually hate those costumes more than life itself.
Fair.
I've never ever seen one that I was like, yeah, that's practical, that makes sense, and that's a very creative costume. I think they're a cop out.
Probably, yeah.
They're too easy. Plus, you don't want to go to a bar and be wearing that.
No, you are absolutely correct. As a bar costume, as like a going out for Halloween, not practical at all because you have to like take up all of the space possible in that area.
Everything.
Yeah, you are a bowl in a china shop.
Yeah. But that's a good pick. I understand. But
I find them comical. I wouldn't wear one. but I find them comical.
Interesting. Okay. My number 4 is a superhero costume,
Okay.
but it has to be expensive. Not the Spirit Halloween ill-fitting shit.
Yeah, like they don't have the name of the hero because they can't
Yeah,
use, they can't do the copyright
They can't
infringement.
sell, so they're just like, it's like Bugman and it's the Spider-Man costume. Or it'll just be like
Spider superhero.
like Nightwing, or not even Nightwing, but
Nightwing
something
is a
stupid.
hero.
I know. I was trying to think of something else for Batman. That's just like
Masked vigilante is what it would be.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're so dumb.
Yeah.
But I like when it's a good costume because it's just like it looks good. It looks hot.
Yeah, like somebody who like is essentially cosplaying.
Yes, pretty much. And they're like they have the fit for it. They
Yep.
have all the like weapons.
Sexy
They-
Batman.
Hello. They like you said, commit to it. All the pieces. They keep the mask on.
Yeah.
The mask stays on.
Yeah, that's if we can give a tip to those like adult costumers, adult trick or treat. If you are an adult and you drink, don't choose a costume that doesn't have a reliable mouth hole.
Very good point.
Yeah, like you do not want to be. I don't want to see you taking your mask off. So don't be fucking Scream.
Unless you like tape a straw or something, like you come up with an alternative.
Yeah, if you can make it work, by all means, go right ahead. But if you are taking your mask off, I'm disappointed in you. So
You
don't
take
pick a
away
costume.
from the magic.
Yeah, don't. So don't pick a costume where you cannot drink without taking your mask off. Just a little shuffle podcast tip for you.
How do you feel about? Did we talk about the Scream masks?
Why does this paint? Did we talk about what?
Scream masks,
I don't know.
like the TikTok trend.
No.
So it's trending right now for girls making their boyfriends buy a Scream mask
Oh, and
for fun time.
yeah, that's for fun time.
For fun time.
For late night fun time.
This is a PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Speaking of which, my mom was so proud of me
for not
for
cursing.
not swearing in the last episode.
Did you make it? I don't even remember if you made it.
I think I did.
Wow, that's so impressive.
Yeah, I forgot to kind of revisit that topic at the end, see if we had actually caught anything.
Mm-hmm.
My mom said, she was like, honestly, there was one point where you almost said the F word. And she was like, and you could have, because it would have been funny then. Like, well, thanks a lot, Mom.
She's like, now you can say
Yeah.
it. Now it's appropriate.
What if I just turned this pumpkin around and I was like, okay, I'm done. And it's just a black. All it is.
It's so bad.
It would be funny though.
That would be yeah.
But yeah, so they buy this Scream mask.
Yeah, and then no, but it's like trending on TikTok where it's like all of these girls are doing it and they're like now rating masks at Spirit Halloween, being like what's hot, what's not, and it will just be like some like
I don't
pig
know the
murderer.
desire to like. I'm not here to kink shame anyone, but why do you want to have fun time? With somebody in a Scream mask.
Why not?
Because like, what's the appeal?
It's hot.
Is it though?
The mask on is hot.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I like seeing somebody's face.
Yeah, sure. But the mask though.
Is it though?
I'm trying to think of an example
Please do.
of like the flip, like of a more ordinary thing, or like the flip side. I don't know if that's a good example. Okay, like role playing.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's what it is, right?
It is. It's just role playing.
But like
if your girl is
as a
dressed
serial
up,
killer?
if your girl is dressed up like, I don't know, in like the traditional like Britney Spears schoolgirl fit.
I can still see your face.
Yes, but that's an example of like, you know what I mean?
I do. I just don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great trend.
Well, I know what you're into now. Enough said about that.
You read some of
So now
the
I need to let
books.
this all dry before I put more paint on it, don't I? I've severely messed up.
I've severely messed.
I'm in trouble.
I'm in danger.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
Oh my god. My number 4 is no, I just said it was the superheroes. You're on.
Oh,
number
right. Yeah,
4.
sorry. My number 4 was group costumes.
Oh, right.
I'm now going to my number 5. Moving up to number 4 is a gender swap. Similar to what you said with Bob Ross. If a guy is dressed up as a girl or a girl's dressed up as a guy, I love it.
Love a
Love
good
it, love it,
gender
love it.
swap. Yeah, I think those are.
I think
funny.
they're just, again, they're funny. They don't always have to be a couple. Like if you get like a group of guys that are like they dress up as nuns and like not sexy nuns, just nuns.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I agree. I do like a good like
Or a
like I
group
said.
of guys that like go as different versions of Britney Spears, even better.
Yeah, I always love when girls are dressed up as like old men.
Yeah.
like my costume last year.
Like your
it's
costume last year.
funny. Or like all those like we were saying like Paul Revere and like Ben Frank.
Ben Frank.
Ben Frank is
Benny Franks.
my boy. No, but my friend last year dressed up as Mount Rushmore with her 3 other friends.
That's genius.
And they just did like the gray face with the hair and then just threw like gray tarp over like a sheet, held it up for like pictures.
I love that.
And I was like, that's so good. Like that's creative and it's silly. Like that's perfect. I hate this. I don't actually. I really like this.
I'm having fun, but also not.
I think you just need more alcohol to help.
You're right. I've stopped drinking.
I know.
I'm so focused. So what is your number? Your last and final
My
pick.
Fabulous number 5. Damn. I kind of want to change some of my picks around. We'll keep talking about all of my picks
Okay.
because I have 8 pretty solid ones. My number 5 is when the girl is hot and the guy isn't. So when the guy like obviously picked the costume and does something really silly. So I saw one on TikTok where the girl was a zookeeper and the guy was Harambe, the gorilla, like in a full gorilla costume. And like that's so dumb. And it's like, can you tell who picked the costume? Like I love those costumes where you can tell exactly who picked the costume.
Like it's
out.
so obvious.
It's like okay. I think those are funny as fuck. I love a good like.
Love a good Harambe.
No, but I like a good like where the guy is just something super dumb. Like he's like a I don't know any other example. Like a cow and the girl's like the sexy farmer and he's just like not cute at all. He's just wearing like a big like inflatable cow fit, you know?
And yep. Sexy farmer, inflatable cow. You have my vote for every Halloween costume contest.
That's Joe's like dream.
Yeah. That's my fun time.
Not the inflatable cow. Oh god.
You good?
Yeah, that was just really funny. Oh my god. What's your number 5 now?
My number 5, the one that I added last minute,
just had to
because you stole mine. Anything from SpongeBob. If you are dressed up as
I almost listed a SpongeBob character today.
Who's the drawing of SpongeBob?
Yeah. Doodlebob.
Doodlebob. If you're Doodlebob, I love it. If you're Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, I love it.
Love
if you're,
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
If you're Sexy Patrick, I love it.
Although
Sexy Patrick has been done in the SpongeBob movie. So
my friend was that 1 year for Halloween.
Sexy Patrick?
Yeah.
Love it. Here for it. Male or female or
female.
Okay.
Of course.
Just making sure.
Oh god. I saw a costume. They did all the villains from SpongeBob.
Like Man Ray.
So they had Man Ray, they had the Dirty Bubble, they had Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy like as like that too, but it was such a good group costume. Back on the group costume conversation.
That's another thing. SpongeBob offers a lot of group costume opportunities.
Yeah.
SpongeBob is so versatile.
SpongeBob is I was almost gonna dress up as a SpongeBob character. I was gonna go as the biker guy with the spiked shoes.
Yeah.
From the movie. I almost wore that over here because
that would have been good.
I almost have like all those like random pieces, but I did not. A little niche.
Were you allowed to watch SpongeBob as a kid?
It's like all I watched.
I watched a lot of as well. I like when I hear or when I meet people that they're like, I wasn't allowed.
I could tell.
I don't understand. Yeah.
When they say that, you're like, damn, that tracks.
You're so sheltered.
That tracks.
I don't get it. Like there are some shows that they're like, my mom didn't let us watch The Sims. And like that makes sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays I hate that show.
I love that
Um,
show, and I watched it as a kid.
but like SpongeBob, there's no
I
there's
think because it doesn't have like much education.
I guess, but it's not like it's like
Like
inappropriate
I would agree with like not letting my kid watch. Well, I wouldn't do this, but
like
like
South Park.
no, because that's also an adult show. I mean, as like a
Oh,
kid show, like what's it called? Adventures of Billy and Mandy,
yeah,
where it's like pretty grotesque, or like even like Chowder.
yeah.
Did you remember that show?
I
Like
I never watched it, but
I
yeah,
didn't watch them, but they were like really grotesque. Those make more sense to me.
yeah.
Regular show, I probably wouldn't let my kids watch young.
Uh,
It was on Cartoon Network.
just the show.
I don't know how else to really describe it. Do you ever watch Adventure Time?
No.
That is one of my favorite shows of all time. So do not make any mean
Oh,
comments about
Okay,
it.
I keep my mouth shut then.
What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say I think that's one of the dumbest shows ever created.
Oh my god. Why?
Because it's fucking I also just like hate that animation style,
Okay.
like with a burning passion.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. What, you got somewhere to be now all of a sudden?
Yeah, I'm done with my painting.
Yeah.
I fucking love that show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
I can't get on board.
The story is fucking phenomenal, dude.
I don't know. A lot of people like it, so it must be a good show. But never been a fan.
Missing out. My number 6.
Oh, you're gonna keep going.
I'm not gonna keep going, but I just want to say my last 3 because I think they're also good.
Yeah, you always got to do your honorable mentions.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any.
Runner-ups, you know? The super niche animated characters from like the 90s or 2000s. Like a
Like
character.
Cat Dog.
Yeah. Like when people pull out a like memory you haven't thought of in so long, like Atlantis characters, those are always great costumes.
I think those are becoming more popular.
Yeah, people are because it's our generation now.
Yeah.
But like yeah, like characters from Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon from when we were little, like pulling out like even like Fairly Odd Parents. People don't do like Timmy Turner or like those characters very often, but when a girl walks in as Jorgen Von Strangle or whatever his name is, I'm like, yes, yes, this is great. I am a big fan of those costumes.
That's a good runner up.
My number 7 is the South Park 4 Boys. I think those are always funny costumes. They're really easy.
Yeah.
I think they're just silly. And my
Any
number
costume that just includes normal clothing, always very easy.
My number 7 is when kids. This is specifically kids only.
No, isn't this your number 8?
This is my number 8 is kids. When they dress up like a horrific character. Like when a little girl is like, I have to be like bloody Pennywise. And that makes my day. Like whenever you see those kids walking down the street, like you see a little boy who's like Michael Myers just like hitting everything. I'm like, the spirit of Halloween is here. That's what we need.
It's like, hey, I've seen 17,000 little cowboys.
Yeah, I don't need another Power Ranger.
Yeah. I don't need another
Give
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
me the girl from like the one that crawls out of the TV screen.
The Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little girl dressed like that who probably has no clue who this character actually is. Perfect. That's
Or
hilarious.
this little girl is a psycho and loves The Ring.
That's another costume I love. I love Lord of the Ring group costumes.
Never seen Lord of the Rings.
I've seen them, but that's another good group costume
Yeah.
that everyone dresses up as like hobbits and stuff, and you got a Legolas and
Legolas is Orlando Bloom's character, right?
Cutie Patootie. Yeah.
Yeah, I know shit.
You know a thing or two. Yeah, bangers. Do you have any other costumes you've thought of since we've started
No.
that you're like, wow, this is a great costume?
I wish I could explain to you how focused I am on pumpkin. In fact, I just messed.
Oh, no.
Now it's red paint, so it's going to be a lot harder to.
So tragic.
Good, that actually wiped off very easily, but now I got to put black back.
You know what costumes I don't like?
That.
Clowns. Not
Are
because
you
they scare me.
okay?
No, I'm not scared of clowns. I
Don't like them.
think that's such a like overused costume.
Just like cowboys.
Yeah.
I can understand like where
Or
that.
even like most animal costumes. Like unless you're animal characters. Like if you're going as Bambi and Flower and Thumper,
Yeah.
that's cute. If you're just going as a cow, it's stupid. I'm kidding.
Literally just as
I'm
a cow
kidding.
right
But
now.
more specifically, like I hate when people dress up as like just a dog or just a cat, like easy animals.
Fair.
Like
Where you just say
paint,
you need to get
at
dog
least
ears.
paint your face. You know,
Fair.
like if you're gonna go as a cat, go as like a tiger or a lion. Like go with something.
Yeah,
cool.
go as a good cat.
Don't go as just like cat ears and a nose. You can do that in 5 minutes. I know I am wearing a very simple animal costume right now.
But
that's
you
why
did put a decent amount of makeup on for it.
I did try, and it is just a onesie, so I already knew like it wasn't like anything intense. That is a disgusting sound. That was
It was a squelch.
a squelch.
I hope we didn't like offend anybody's Halloween costume choices,
I just looked.
especially because this comes out the day after Halloween.
Yeah, so it'll be fine.
God only knows what people went as, and we're just like, I fucking hate this
Fuck
person.
that costume. Don't dress up as this. I just looked at the screen and I can see how much black paint you
I've turned a third of my pumpkin black. Yeah.
It's like the moon now. You're just losing quarters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's so funny. So, now that we've talked about costumes till the end of time,
Mm-hmm.
I do have something I don't know if you've seen in the news.
Okay.
Did you see?
Don't watch the news. I'm not 80 years old,
It's
so
not. It's not in the news. It was just on like TikTok, but it went viral.
yeah.
This woman who murdered her parents. This British woman. Have you seen the clips of
Oh, I
this?
have not.
So that's very vague because that probably is.
Probably happens all the time.
Yeah. This woman murdered her parents and kept them in her house, or in their house, and like
Like
was,
their bodies.
yeah, and was like collecting their money and stuff. That I don't know how they were getting money, but she was just kind of like,
Probably from like retirement.
yeah, like kind of just getting away with it. And finally, there was like people noticed that these people were missing for like years, and so
How long was she doing it for?
I think years. Yeah, and they had like a search warrant on the house, so like the cops broke down the door, came in, and she just confessed so nonchalant. She was just like, yeah, so I did kill them. My dad's body is in that room. And they were like, oh, okay. Like the cops were like, whoa, we weren't expecting you to just be like that, you know? And then they were like, okay, and like where's your mother's? And she goes, that one's a little bit trickier. That one's upstairs. Do you mind if can I take you guys up there? Or because she offered right off the bat, but then they had to like handcuff her and be like, hold on. Because she was like, let me go upstairs real quick. And they're like, no, stay right here. She goes, yeah, see that one, my mom's upstairs, so if you guys want to follow me. And I was like, oh my god. Just if you watch the clip, she's insanely relaxed about
People
it.
that are like that relaxed after murdering somebody
But it was
are
so
true
long ago
psychopaths.
too, which is even scarier that like she had like lived with dead bodies in her house and like
How do you get through the smell?
I don't know. And I haven't done much research on it being like to see if she like preserved them or did anything to like combat it cuz I was kind of like freaked out with how she was just nonchalant like, yeah, my dad's in that room. Like
That's wild.
if you'd like to go in there and I can show you where my mom is, she's a little bit trickier to find. Like
What's crazy is like how often things like that happen where like people kill somebody and then still like collect their taxes or their tax returns or some shit or their retirement money.
I feel like I would notice if people weren't responding after.
Yeah, but like if
close
they're like
enough.
somebody like on the older end, like
Yeah, but
you
I
just
would've,
assume
like,
they're just in their house. They're just separating themselves from society.
I mean, maybe we're just such a connected. Oh, those are uneven. Such a connected world now that like the minute someone goes like dark, I feel like multiple people panic and check it. You know,
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm talking like so close to my microphone. I
I am
think
too.
I think in certain cases, like everybody assumes that somebody else is talking to them. It's like that
Mhm.
bystander theory or something like that, whatever it's called.
Sure. Being like, oh, like I'm not checking in on them. The kids are probably checking in. They
Yeah.
probably just assumed the daughter was checking in on
Uh huh.
them. Yikes! It's very scary.
Yeah, that's
Did you ever watch that Dahmer show?
the one with what's his name?
The newer one, yeah.
Yeah. I started and then I did not finish it.
Not like it.
No, that's not it. I just like got distracted by something else. Um,
It's really good, but it's the same like how things just happen
yeah.
and like nothing happens and nothing changes and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, why isn't anyone doing anything about this? This is kind of spooky.
And I think it's like human nature to like assume the best of somebody. And I think that's what causes a lot of these issues. Is like everyone's like, no, this person couldn't be a fucking psychopathic murderer.
I think that's back in the time though. I don't think now people would do that because I think there's a
Well,
lot
with how
less
many true
trust.
crime podcasts there are, everyone assumes that everyone's a murderer now.
Exactly. No one's safe. No one can walk the streets anymore.
Yeah.
Which I hate. I wish we could walk the streets at night. By we, I mean me.
Go right ahead.
Specifically. I choose life, actually.
You can do it at least once.
No, I can't. I will die.
That's why I said at least once.
Oh, you're right. That's true. And then maybe if I just get kidnapped, not murdered, I can do it again with the kidnappee. But
You think if you get kidnapped, they'd keep you around for a long time?
I think so.
What gives you that impression? You don't think you'd yap their ear off within the first 5 minutes?
No, I think they'd be happy to have attention.
Oh,
I feel like most of the
because ultimately that's what they want.
They want a friend, and I'd be like, shit. What do you want to do?
You're like, I can be a friend.
I can totally be your friend. I could totally survive for a little while. I think I would lose my mind and be upset and cry a lot because I cry a lot.
Are you a crier?
I'm a big fucking crier. I cried so much 2 days ago because I was watching The Nightmare Before Christmas and then I watched The Corpse Bride, and
Wait, Nightmare Before Christmas is not a sad movie.
because it's so cute when they sing their duet at the end when they're in love. The very ending, I was like, I want to love like Jack and Sally.
Oh my lord.
It was so cute. And then same with The Corpse Bride, but that was mostly at the end when how it ends. I don't want to spoil.
I don't know how it ends.
So good, banger. But
Also, isn't it like a 12-year-old movie? You could probably spoil it.
The Corpse Bride finds peace and like
Moves on
and turns into a bunch of butterflies, and the groom ends up getting married to Victoria, his bride to be. It's just really wholesome.
Oh.
This is really simple, but really.
Your pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about The Corpse Bride again.
Oh, no, but that's a good movie. Yeah, I cry. I am a crier. Do you not cry?
Oh, I cry.
When was the last time you cried?
What's today?
What time is it?
Genuinely, I actually don't know the last time I cried. It's been a while, just because like, not to sound like a I don't know, not to sound like an idiot, but like life's been pretty good recently.
Oh well, aren't you just
Yeah.
having a great time?
So, oh, I do know. I was listening to whose album? Benson Boone, most recent album, Fireworks and Rollerblades. I was listening to that, and he's got this one song on there, that just hits.
Damn.
And it got me. I was like driving to work, and I was sobbing.
Damn.
Great song.
Interesting. That's not really showing up. Did you put the red directly on top of the black or the white? Okay.
Oh, because you mean the red on the orange?
Yeah, the red on the orange.
That'll never show
not
up.
gonna show up because.
The other day, and before we started recording, for a while now, for like the better part of the year, I've been getting ads on TikTok. And you know those TikToks that are like
Oh, I know what
they've
this
got
is
the
about.
little orange shopping cart.
Yep, yep.
And like I honestly do, I'm not buy this product at all. Literally get revenue if I click on this buy it. So
Right.
sure. Um, but I for the longest time have been getting ads for Mama V's Extreme Blue Raspberry Sour Gushers. Now they do have other flavors. They also just have just regular sour. Um, but I love sour candy. So I was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna do it. I'm finally gonna do it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna purchase these gushers. And I had a coupon, so they were on sale because TikTok Shop gives you coupons all the time. And don't know if you knew that,
I
but
don't. I've never purchased from TikTok Shop
this
before.
is my second time, and it's very similar to Amazon.
I'm afraid it's a scam.
It's not.
Well,
Um,
what you bought looks like a scam to me.
I disagree.
I think it doesn't look real.
So I had a coupon, and I also had shipping if I spend $20 or more. So I bought 2 containers of Mama V's raspberry sour gushers,
Oh my-
not knowing at all if they actually taste as good as. They came in 4 days later, which is extremely
That's
fast.
so fast.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I tried them the other day while we were like moving all of my stuff out of this house,
Mhm.
and
Oh, we could talk about
oh, we absolutely will. And they are, without a doubt, the most sour candy I have ever consumed in my entire life.
that. Really?
They are coated in citric acid, and the blue raspberry is like also citric acid, but like blue raspberry flavored. So it dampens the sourness of it because of the flavoring, but it still adds another layer of sour. They are so good. But I'm like, I can eat maybe 3 like in one sitting, and
Are
then I
you
have to
down?
close it up and put them away. Um,
Is it the best sour candy you've ever had, or just the most?
it's probably the best because they're really sweet too because of the gushers.
Okay.
Let me just pull them out really quick because I did bring them on. Lauren refuses to try them
I don't
because
I'm lame.
sour gushers. They used to come in like a little like just plastic container.
Can they find them on your TikTok?
No, they used to just come in like a plastic container that would like snap open. You know how like you can like buy like raisins.
Yes.
That's what they would come in, and so like that looked sketchy. Then they
Mhm.
upgraded their packaging to this. Probably bumped up their price. There they are.
See, that looks like
They're-
toxic.
It feels toxic.
How are you gonna be able to talk and drink? That is not gonna taste good with your drink.
Sure it will.
Oh my god.
I can't. I literally already can't do another one. It is. It is.
Your eyes.
It is unbelievably sour. I eat them with chopsticks usually. There's paint. That. I eat
did
them with
not-
chopsticks because I don't want the blue powder all over me.
Sure.
But holy crap, they're something. They're
don't know
so
why.
good though.
I don't know why you enjoy that.
It's like a little form of torture
Sure.
if you're into that sort of thing.
You're into it for sure. You do.
Yep.
Crazy.
But if you've seen those ads, and you're thinking
Worth
about
it.
buying them, I recommend buying them because they are quite delicious. I think these were mediums. They have small, medium, and large. I bought medium, and I bought 2 of them. They will last me the rest of the year and then some, without a doubt. Because I just can't. I just cannot sit here and like if you give me a bag of gushers, I'll have them done in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
like max.
But those are just
Probably
too
2
much.
minutes if I'm being honest. These, I gotta take my time because my teeth hurt
That's like, why do you enjoy that?
because they're so good. Because they might be sour, but they're also so sweet. Love it.
You do.
But I can't believe you've never shopped on the TikTok shop.
I haven't. I've like been interested in things on there, but I get so worried that it's just
It's not. Some of the
Yeah.
things are like they're like from China and like not going to be great quality. Some of the things are like people here who started their own like company in the United States, and that's just how they're selling it because they can get so much. It's like so easy to get noticed on TikTok.
They can get their product.
Yeah, so people literally start whole businesses.
That's impressive.
Mama V is located, I think, in like Tennessee. Yeah.
Doing. Oh, don't want the camera to see.
Yeah, you gotta hide that.
No, I can see a lot of yours.
I know. What else you got? Yeah, take a moment to focus on your pumpkin here.
Kind
I
of.
will say I am rapidly approaching the finale.
Oh shit.
While it
Are
doesn't,
we at an hour?
I have no. I actually don't know that, but I just mean like I'm almost done with my pumpkin.
I know, but that made me worried. I was like, oh shit. Well, I'm taking my sweet time.
Well, you
Um.
also got to keep in mind of how much stuff we've already talked about.
Oh yeah. So I just wanted to talk about painting in general.
Oh yeah.
So when was the last time you think you like genuinely painted? Like not just like, oh, I need to make a quick like yard sign or whatever, like a poster. Like when you sat down and did exactly this, where you sat with paint and
I
tried.
couldn't tell you if I tried.
Really?
Yeah, I don't paint.
Were you ever in theater or anything? Did you ever do set work?
Yeah, so probably a little after I graduated high school because I was still like helping out stage crew back then.
Right.
So I guess that would be the last.
That's insane.
And then I painted a rock in college. No, I still would have done stage crew after I painted that rock. I painted a frisbee. I painted a rock. The last time I painted after that, so we got to be going on like 10 years almost 10
Wow.
years.
That's crazy. Painting
Yeah.
is so therapeutic. I love
See, I disagree. I'm stressed right now. I have
You're
paint. I keep
freaking-
like touching paint on my pinky. I'm mostly clean. Just my pinky and my thumb on the opposite hand. Have a little bit of paint on them. Do a little tilting
This
action.
really is low effort. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of really.
I
lame.
had a really great design in mind, and I
The
had
execution.
I had to bring it down a notch because it was just going to take me way too long to try and accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, with the timing I had, I also kind of
Yeah.
didn't go crazy. It's just
So-
something really simple.
To balance the thing like this is going to be the hardest part right here. Guarantee it. I am not about to have a
Oh, and then
but you paint on a regular basis, right?
I do. That's like my hobby. That's my shtick.
See, mine, honest, like as lame as it is, my hobby is, well, one, this podcast.
Yeah.
I can't call it a job because I don't make money.
Yet.
So it's a hobby, not yet. Yeah. Shout out to all the people, by the way, who've been subscribing on YouTube. You guys have really been like doing a great job for us. And for the longest time, we were sitting at like just over 40 subscribers, and now we're all the way up to 53, and the last 5 have come just this month alone.
Yeah. That's
So we've seen the biggest growth in our channel this month than ever in the podcast history.
wow.
Um,
Look at us go.
yeah.
Great job. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Sorry, I can't talk and paint at the time. But yeah, so my hobby is this. And then, well, I guess photography. Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't have a
You
form
photo.
of I don't have a form of artwork as my hobby.
Mhm.
But I guess photography would be. I was gonna say reading books is like my hobby.
Oh, that's also a good hobby.
Yeah, not a bad hobby. That's for sure.
Yeah, I paint. I paint most of the stuff in my house. Been painting kid. But
Were you one of those kids that like had their artwork hung up on the fridge by their parents?
not on our fridge, but in the whole house. I still have artwork hung up in my whole house.
My God.
Like as the house artwork. Yeah. My mom's really silly about that. If I painted anything I painted like post like junior year of high school, she like made a point to hang it up in our house and it's still up there. Like it's not just cheesy stuff. Like That's the artwork in our living room. That's the artwork that's in our kitchen.
That's nice though. Like it makes you like feel valued as a artist.
Yeah, for sure. Except for the fact that like it doesn't match like the aesthetic of the house.
Fair.
So I think it's kind of silly. I think it's kind of forced, but that's also when you're just like the worst critic of your own self.
yeah.
Um, I made a goof. Speaking of,
On your pumpkin.
yeah, it's fine.
It'll happen.
Did a quick. But yeah, I've made some pretty big bangers. One of my pieces, no longer, but for the last year from May 23
hmm
to this May,
Yeah.
was hung up in the president's office at Virginia Tech.
Joe Biden's
No,
office.
no.
The Oval Office has your artwork in it.
Could you imagine?
That would actually be insane.
That would be. Could I just drop that bomb? I'm like, yeah. So I dabble in painting.
Yeah.
One of my pieces is in
Is
the
in
White
the
House.
literal White House.
But it's just casual. It's a side hobby.
Yeah. Paid me a small sum of $1 million.
For real. God, I wish. But yeah, like my pieces are out there. It's cool. I would love to become.
What was the painting?
It's two people dancing. It's like an 8-foot, two paintings, two canvases that sit next to each other like this. But overall, it's like maybe like an 8-foot by like 6-foot.
I couldn't
Space.
if I tried. I could. You could give me a year.
It's not realistic, but it's like abstract. And by
Can you
abstract,
tell that it's two people dancing?
I think so.
Well, then you could give me a year, and I promise you, I could not make that work.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Because my artistic ability starts and stops with drawing like the most basic things.
Well, you're painting right now.
Mm,
I bet I can.
I'm
Find
I'm
one.
putting paint on something. That's for sure.
That's true, but I feel like this still counts. Why not have?
But like I used to draw a lot when I was younger. I would draw like Disney characters. I would draw animals. I was really good at drawing sea animals. That was like my specialty.
Sea animals.
Sea animals.
Why sea animals?
Because that was I got a book on like how to draw from my uncle or from my mom or dad. Oh god, you are right about my hands. They're really accentuating. Yeah, abstract. Are you kidding me? That's very obvious. Two people dancing.
But it's still abstract.
Show that to the camera. That is insanely good.
Well, I have to go pick it up. It's one of my favorites. But I don't have anywhere to put it because it's such a unique looking thing.
Well, I think we just found a new background piece for our podcast. That's what.
Here's a painting of my cat.
That's also really good. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? For those of you who can't hear her because she's away from a microphone, that's hung up in her kitchen at home. The microphone. Yep.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and I had a big gallery show in college.
How many of those were yours?
In the show, I had 5 pieces.
That's impressive.
I dabble. But I don't have time or energy to paint like I used to. I just painted. I showed you the flamingo painting, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the most recent thing I've painted, and that's the first thing I've painted since like college. So it's been a long time.
Well, and this.
And this.
Our lovely logo.
The one and only. But my next painting that I'm gonna do in that style is the upside down Spider-Man kiss.
Can I have that?
I'm really hyped. I think it's gonna look really dope. I already did the edit for it to like sketch it out and like start it off and whatnot and do it on digital, and I'm obsessed.
I would like that.
It's really cool. So, yeah, we'll see. I need to get back into painting. I just don't have energy.
Have you ever been paid for your paintings?
No. I was in shows in high school, and one lady talked to me about buying the painting, but then she was visiting because it was downtown where it was being shown, and she was just visiting, and so by the time we like made like connections and stuff, it just didn't work out, and she had to go back.
Yeah.
But I have not. I would love to sell art one day and like not work, just go live by the ocean and paint and sell art. But like that's not possible in 2024. So unfortunately,
Well, it might not be possible in 2024, but 2025 is always an option.
this is true. It could be a new year. I don't know. I don't know. It's just very on the side.
I will say, I'll give you a little spoiler for what's to come in this podcast. That at the end of the year, we always talk about what our New Year's resolutions are going to be.
Oh.
Or at the beginning of the new year, we talk about them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I might suggest a resolution of painting more in the new
Painting
year.
more.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would really like to do that. Because the year before last, I was in the dorms from Disney.
Right.
So that I painted once and I hated it.
Yeah.
Because I was in a 2x2. It was just like not possible. And then again, this last year has just been so busy. But next year should be not as crazy of a year.
A little more chill.
My other issue is I have cats. And
Do they bother you when painting?
yeah, they jump on the table, they put their paw in the water cup.
Yeah, that's not great.
They like don't, so I have to either lock
They have no
them up.
boundaries.
Yeah, I either have to lock them up or I open up my porch and let them sit outside and they'll be distracted by being like outside with them.
Yeah. That is very cool. I wish I was like more artistically inclined. Again, like I used to
You photograph.
think that I was pretty. Excuse me, I need to sneeze. Not coming out.
God bless.
I burped instead. I used to think I was pretty decent at drawing, and like I have some. I know that I have some decent drawings. Like I can admit
I
that.
think I'm done.
I'm almost done.
I don't want to add more. I might paint more casually. Like
Well,
this
we can-
backside, like you have all this.
I would say like I'm like maybe 45 seconds to a minute away from being done.
Mine's nothing special.
But anyway, so I like used to think that I was like artistically inclined, quote unquote. And yeah, sure, I photograph, but like not even to the level of like what you would call art.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's my photography is very much just a hobby, not like I don't think any of my pieces would ever be
Like
shown
featured
somewhere.
or something.
Yeah,
What do you normally take pictures of?
anything and everything. I think
Oh.
most of mine is like wildlife, or just like nature in general.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like easy to photograph and like make it look decent.
Uh-huh.
I would love to get into like portrait photography, like taking pictures of people.
Uh-huh.
Because those are like fun, like to do different edits with, and like really like put your art into it. Because the art I think comes from the editing. Like everybody can take a photo, right? Everybody can snap a picture.
Right.
Um,
But it's how you enhance it.
like what can you do with that picture after?
Mine does not look fancy at all.
If you think for a second that mine's gonna look fancy, you've got another.
No,
thing
but mine's
coming.
so boring. It's like it's 3 colors.
Mine is 2. Not also.
You could have
2
done
colors.
exactly this. This is nothing exciting.
Like what you have in front of you.
Uh-huh.
God, Jesus.
Shaking everything.
All right, let me just add a little bit more color up top here. And did you have another topic to talk about?
Not really.
Well, then I will bring up the thing that we kind of touched on just a little bit ago
Uh-oh.
of moving stuff out of this house.
Oh yeah.
A little fun fact for you guys listening along or watching here, if you're watching me really hyper fixate on this thing that I'm painting right now. This is the last episode of the podcast in this room. I've lived in this house for 2 years. I am finally moving out. I say that with little to some excitement. But moving out, so the podcast will be done. It'll still be being done and done in person. We're not going to go back to Zoom. But now we got a fun thing coming for you guys. We're going to be doing it in 2 separate offices.
2 different locations.
2 different locations. And so some days it'll be in my new place. Office will be set up almost exactly the same as this. So like, you'll be like, you guys are lying. This is the same office. But really, it's a new place. And the other place will be at Lauren's apartment.
Yep, we're gonna
Um,
figure that out.
Yeah. So very different, like backdrop. Different, not going to be the same posters. May not be any posters. Might be some of Lauren's paintings. The only thing that'll be the same in both places is the logo that Lauren painted. That'll
One
transport.
painting.
Yeah, that'll transport back and forth, from one location to the next. And that'll be the only thing that's consistent.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're both there.
Yeah, so say goodbye to this wonderful setup. We're gonna have to figure out tables and chairs, and it'll be a fun
It will be something.
week ahead of us for
Yeah.
sure. But
'Cause I still don't even know how I'm setting up my new office.
Yeah,
Because it's not as big as this room, I don't think. So I don't think this table can come with me. But we'll figure it out. This table that I painstakingly searched for when Lauren joined the podcast.
because I forced you to find a table. It's like we need change.
I fully anticipated like finishing that drink and then pouring another one. But I mean, we've just been in this painting.
I mean, I finished mine and I'm drinking mine.
Oh, damn. Well,
There lies the body.
okay. Do we want to do a reveal?
I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I decided to add some things.
That's fair,
'cause
that's
you
fair,
kept
that's fair.
painting.
I couldn't help myself. But yeah, so that's a big change coming. I think the next one will be recorded at your
Probably
Yeah.
will be at mine. Yeah.
right, because
you're gonna be far.
the next one will be recorded like in just a couple of days, if we're being honest with you. So you're gonna see the new setup, one of the new setups, almost immediately. Like week 1 will be at Lauren's house.
Probably won't be the final version. It'll be a trial run. We'll
It'll
see how
be
we
yeah,
like
rough
it.
draft, rough
A
draft.
rough draft of it.
Yeah. You're gonna see us like just miserable because we will have spent an hour setting up everything directly
Panic
beforehand.
mode.
Yeah, total
I'm gonna
panic
try
mode.
my best to get it ready.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
And then another thing that I'm thinking, right? I write ideas down for the podcast whenever I come up with things.
mhm.
And I've had written down a drunk episode for the longest time.
You want to get drunk?
And then do an episode. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Win.
I don't know. I don't care either. Whenever.
Maybe in like 2 or 3 episodes. We'd have to figure that out. Now that you live far, though, that's difficult.
Yeah, well, it'd probably be better for me to come to you.
And crash or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can have Riley. We can have a little slumber party vibes.
Yeah. Make it a whole
But-
thing.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. That would be funny. That would be messy. But we have to be drunk.
Oh yeah.
What would we even do? Just yap.
Well, we'd have to like prepare things to talk about in advance. But I think like having those things ready and then just trying to talk about them while intoxicated
Mm-hmm.
would be pure entertainment, at least for me, because ultimately I do this podcast for me at this point. The rest of you watching, I mean, I love you, but I don't care about you.
My friend's gonna remember that. She's gonna throw a fit. She texts me.
I do
You-
also have a friend that texts me regularly about this
Text
podcast.
me as soon as something happens. If I make a comment about her, or if I
Okay, well
make-
then I love the people that like reach out to us and say
they're
stuff
acknowledging
about the-
specific moments.
Yeah, I appreciate
Like,
and love those people.
The
and care
example
about
is
those
that
people.
Chick-fil-A moment when she texts me, goes, "It was at 10:32 a.m. when we missed the line at Chick-fil-A, or 10:34, whatever I had said."
Yeah,
Which I was gonna be the Chick-fil-A cow. I'm not gonna lie. When I texted you, I was gonna get Chick-fil-A and like
oh my god, that would have
have
been
it.
good.
If I hadn't just ate Chick-fil-A literally on Saturday, I would have done it. But I can't have Chick-fil-A twice in 2 days. Overkill.
Did you? Speaking of, I know we spoke of murder a while ago. Did you?
Murder.
You heard about this girl who died at the Walmart in the walk-in oven? First of all, walk-in ovens. Whose idea was that?
What? That's like a kiln.
Sorry,
A kiln?
like pottery?
Yeah, those are walk-in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
do
that-
pottery.
They're that big sometimes.
Okay, well, walk-in ovens
But
not a
why
good idea.
is it at Walmart? Was it a guess?
Walmart has walk-in ovens. No, it was an employee. And in the bakery area, they have a walk-in oven for
Yeah.
their, shit. I don't know what they're putting in the walk-in oven.
Well, just mass stuff.
Mass oven things.
Mass production.
And so this employee And I think the story that's being told, story that Walmart's sticking to, is this girl walked in to the oven, the door closed behind her, the oven turned on,
That's so
and
scary.
cooked her to death.
That's so scary.
Yeah. But now what's happening is everybody that works at Walmart in this department, and not at this specific Walmart, but just works at Walmart in general, because all Walmarts are the same. They are going on TikTok and making videos of their walk-in ovens that are exactly the same, and going, look at how hard it is to accidentally get stuck in this oven.
Oh, they think it was a
It's got an
murder?
emergency handle on the inside to open it from the inside, like a walk-in fridge. You know, it's got that button on the
Yeah.
inside. The oven has that. Also, the oven door doesn't close easily. So like you have to like force it closed because like again, safety measures.
Right.
And
so they think someone like
so
knocked
people
her
are theorizing
out
that
and
like
killed her.
somebody put her in the oven.
That's insane.
Whether or not it was like her coworkers like thinking that it was funny, or people like were genuinely out to get her.
Oh my god.
It like, and again, I believe I haven't done a whole lot of research on this, but I believe the story that Walmart is sticking to is that she accidentally got stuck on her own accord and there was no foul play. And I'm like, there is very clearly foul play.
There's no way. If there's a button to get out or a handle to get out or
Yeah.
whatever, there's no way.
Now, what I don't know is if the oven automatically turns on once that door is closed. I would assume no. I would assume you have to press buttons. And if that's the case, like, well, then that's obvious that somebody did this to her.
Right. I feel like with how many safety precautions are in everything these days, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way an oven just automatically turns on
Yeah.
the second its door is closed. Especially if it's a walk-in oven.
That's insane. Yeah. No shot.
Yeah.
I don't need to finish. I can just call it because this is going to take a minute to dry before I can do the rest.
Okay, I'm just covering in certain like black spots that
Or
have a little
patchy.
orange peeking between them.
A little patchy.
A little
Oh,
patchy.
you probably could see my thing. Damn. Sorry.
See what thing?
My painting.
Oh, I couldn't. I also wasn't looking, if I'm being honest. I was so enthralled in my own pumpkin.
Well.
Oh, I missed a spot. But yeah, so that's like,
That's so scary. That is such a like horror story
yeah,
like thing. That's one of those things you see happen like as a minute of the horror movie. Like it doesn't. It's just one of the
yeah, that's like
random
Final
kid-
Destination.
Yeah, that's one of the random characters that gets knocked off early or whatever type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I wanna
so
like, I really wanna
scary.
like, I gotta like do some research on this and like figure out what happened, because I would love to know like the whole story behind it.
If
that
I
is
was
wild.
the family, I would go to fucking court on that shit. There's no way.
Yeah, especially if, again, and this is speculation, I don't know, like I could be talking totally out of my ass right now. But like if Walmart is trying to cover it up in some way,
Big
that's
flag.
that's
Big flag.
crazy. Absolutely bonkers wild.
That's insane. I've not heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's all over my TikTok. Every other
Really?
TikTok.
Well, you hadn't heard about the British lady.
That's true. Every other
We're on
TikTok.
different murder sides.
We are different murder podcast or different murder TikToks. All right, are we ready to do the grand reveal?
Or
You want to do yours first, or should we do like 3, 2, 1, both turn ours around?
do 3, 2, 1 to the camera or to you? I'm not gonna be able to see it. There's all this stuff. Let's go to the camera.
To the camera.
You can already see part of mine.
You can also see part of
The
mine.
part that's on. Ready?
Yeah, and then
Wait,
you can explain
I-
yours first.
I need leverage. I don't have any explaining. It's really self-explanatory.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. Oh, wait, that's cute.
I went with like a like red rum style.
Yeah. Wait, I should have done a shuffle.
It looks orange, but that is red on black. The Shuffle podcast.
Oh,
this
I
was
see.
this was supposed to be centered.
You know, the camera doesn't do
Thank you.
it.
It's also backwards.
It's also very much.
Yeah. Notice how that's how the logo is and the Avengers are forwards. Wait a second.
No, Avengers are backwards.
Oh yeah.
Only the
Notice
logo.
how the logo is forwards. That's because the logo was painted backwards because Lauren's very talented. But this is painted forwards, and it does look weird.
It looks like I said. That's way clean.
Yeah, in person it looks great.
The podcast looks really good in person.
I don't know.
It's the wet paint.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of shimmer.
Why? So, explain your process.
So
why
my
you
goal
went
was
all
to
black.
my goal was to do the lettering, the and podcast in black, and the turned out great in black. I was using a thicker paintbrush. The turned out great. Podcast was not going well. So I was like, gotta scrap it. So I went all black, and I was like, now I gotta re-come up with a new idea. And I was still gonna do, let me get this out of the way and show you, like, I was still gonna do the whole logo. Oh my lord.
Where are you taking that thing?
I was gonna do the whole logo, right? Like with the outline and the starburst in the background. And then I was like, this alone is taking me so long. There's just no way. And then I was like, as I was like finishing up, as I was finishing up Shuffle, I was like, wait a second, this looks like, what's the name of the fuck?
What?
I said it's like Red Rum style.
Oh, yes.
No, The Shining.
Oh, The Shining.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, like how Red Rum is painted, or how Murder is painted, and he says Red Rum. But so as I was finishing up the Shuffle, I was like, this kind of looks like Murder handwriting. And so
That looks spooky.
yeah, Spooky Shuffle podcast logo.
You ought to do like now that we're done, after we I'll do like a red hand, like a blood print, and then you can wash it off.
That's so good.
I am an artist. Not really.
I'll start painting my hand now.
No, because you gotta use
Oh, you're right.
destroy your hand.
You're absolutely
That's-
right.
That's a post podcast. Good.
Thank you.
I think your delay.
By having to paint the whole thing black.
The whole thing black, and then wait for it to dry.
Yep.
Setback.
Yep.
Major setback.
I will say, once it did start drying, it all dried very quickly, so that helped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the paint.
But yeah, I was gonna go even bigger letters too, and then again, like when I started with the black initially, and then went to the switch thread, I was like, I can't go big letters because it's just too complicated.
You're gonna drop that so fast.
No. And so yours is a cat with
Yeah.
a speech bubble.
I didn't get to fit. That was my.
What were you gonna put in the speech bubble?
But you can't see it on the screen. Look. Here. Falling
Oh
down.
my
It's like
gosh.
going down like curtains.
That
You
looks
know?
so good. Tilt it forward a little bit. You'll be able to see it better. Yeah, that looks good.
Bigelow. Yeah, he's meant to be like clawing. I had claw marks.
Yeah. I like that he's like spread eagle.
Yeah, it's just that's because that's what my cat.
Yeah.
That's exactly what.
That's very like cute. Like that type of like cartoon-y cat is very
Yeah.
cute.
Well, the thing, trying to like,
Yeah.
I was just in here like just look
Circular.
circle.
There was I was like talking to my mom about like the painting of the
Oh, I
pumpkins,
just
and she
realized
was like,
I'm not talking towards the microphone.
yeah, well.
Okay.
She was like, oh, well, you should learn how to do this and you should paint that, or blah, blah, blah. I was like, Mom, I'm going to be honest. I'm probably going to paint the logo. Like, this was my idea since the moment we decided to paint pumpkins.
Really?
Because I knew that whatever I painted was going to look bad. And so I was like, let me just do the podcast.
Yeah, you have a sample.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide all day. I asked all my coworkers today what to paint, and they
Yeah.
were all telling me like not dumb things. Like very common pumpkin painting things. Like painting like Mike Wazowski or painting
Damn, that would have been good. I could have done that.
It's
But then you
just
got to go
for-
like the whole
you have
pumpkin.
to paint the whole thing
Yeah.
green. We also use these same colors, meaning I did not need to buy blues and greens and stuff.
Yep.
Good to know. But yeah, someone said candy skull, and I
Oh.
was like, that would have been cool.
That would have been good.
But only if like I had a white pumpkin and did it on top of the white pumpkin. I didn't
Yeah.
want to draw the skull.
Fair.
And then I was gonna do a whole bunch of cats in Halloween costumes, like little cats.
That would have been so cute.
But then I didn't know how long that would take me, and I'd be afraid I'd do like 2. I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So then I just saw this actually 5 minutes before we started
That's a
on
good
Pinterest
one.
because I was looking up cat references to do the cat one,
Yeah.
and I saw this. I was like, there it is. That's easy. I'll do it big, and if I have more time, I can paint stuff on the backside like other cats or do
Yeah.
the small cats. I think he's cute.
I
think
agree.
He
I
looks
very
like
much
my
agree.
cat. I'll add something in the speech bubble later, maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm so upset with mine. Like the and shuffle are almost perfectly centered.
perfectly.
Podcast really, really
You
just.
you have a little pinch.
Yeah.
I
Again, it's not meant to look like the logo. It's meant to look spooky and Halloweeny, and the handprint will really cover a world of hurt. I think.
yeah.
Because my hand will cover the entire
Well,
thing.
don't do it on the side, and then you could add blood drips under the letters.
I can't paint blood drips.
They're so easy.
I tried. That's where I said, "Oh no, I messed up," and then it wiped right off. I tried to do blood off of the E,
Oh no!
and I couldn't do it. You're welcome to do it for me. You are more than welcome to do it for me. I couldn't paint a blood drip if I tried.
That's literally just a.
Yeah, well, I tried.
So what did you Sharpie earlier? The letters
The entire logo.
with the starburst.
Not the starburst, no.
Oh, okay. I was like, you did not draw out this whole thing. That's
no.
why it took you so long.
Yeah, I wrote it all out, and then I added the lines and this like the oval around the logo, and I was like, "Oh, I can do this.
This is gonna be great."
And then I started painting, and I was like, "Oh no, we're in danger."
It's getting worse.
Yeah,
I think these are great. This matches. This tracks.
yeah, it does.
I thought about doing like Starry Night. Like genuinely, when I said that earlier as a joke, I was like, obviously it won't be a Van Gogh, but it's not that hard to make that piece because it's so like identifiable. Like people know what that is. So I was like, oh, what if he's like I suck at painting, and I just come out and do like
I would have been
Oh,
so. I would have been like, "Cool, it's just."
because I know how he painted it too, like the style.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I went with a nice plain little cartoon cat.
And it's still way better than mine.
It's not. It's just cleaner.
It's
You
way
had
better
to
than
redo
mine.
yours.
Once
If
this
you-
dries, it'll look significantly better. I will say
yeah,
that.
the wet patches.
The wet patches really make it do some damage.
It happens. It happens.
And once Lauren adds the blood, it'll look better.
I'm not adding the blood.
Okay, well,
You add the handprint. You add the blood. You're
Oh.
capable.
all right, fine. Shall we go to trivia?
Oh yes. Oh, we have the last Halloween trivia.
Last Halloween trivia. iPad has been charging
Oh shit.
since last week.
Shit. What's it at?
100%.
Wow, that's the highest I think we've ever had it.
Okay, loading. Pick a number that isn't
13,
13,
31, 30.
17, 31, or 33.
Let's go with 9.
9. In relation to the Halloween holiday, what is the archaic meaning of the word hallow? As in Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. The archaic meaning? What is? Can I have the meaning of the word
What
archaic?
does archaic mean?
Yo, when I was at Walmart today, just off topic totally. When I was at Walmart today
Yo.
looking for these pumpkins that they didn't have,
Uh.
the amount of Halloween candy that Walmart still has,
I need to go get. I might
go.
I might hand out.
I
Halloween.
might.
I might hand out Halloween candy on Thursday.
I might just keep all of it.
Or do that.
Yeah.
You're awful.
I-
You are the Grinch of Halloween.
I love candy. If I could be, if I could go out to all the houses and steal all the Halloween candy, I would. And like not
I
get
would
caught.
steal all the decorations. Decorations are expensive.
Oh, I wouldn't. It's whatever.
I would raid every house.
Yeah.
There's a house down the street from me that did a whole pirate theme. So all the skeletons are like dead pirates, like mid shipwreck.
There was a house in my
pirates.
old neighborhood that did that.
I think that's great.
Anyways, so the archaic meaning of the word hallow.
Wait, I didn't write down something.
I'm locked in. I'm not convinced. I don't think I have the right answer at
No.
all. We are currently tied 2-2.
Shit, hold on. Okay, I'm locked in.
I'll give my answer first this time.
Cool.
I said death.
Oh, that's good.
What'd you say?
It's spirits.
Ooh, that's probably better. Answer is saint. I would make an argument that you are closer.
I'm closer, but I won't be upset if we don't count it.
Okay. You want to pick a new number?
Give me a half a point.
I'm not giving you a half a point.
All right, but for record mental, I was close.
You were closer, but let's pick a
In
new one.
theory. Give me 3.
3. The character Michael Myers is associated with which slasher horror film?
That too easy.
It is too easy because it's Halloween.
Halloween. Next one. You pick the number. Well, you can
14.
do.
What are, no, that's too easy. What are the two traditional colors of Halloween? Black and orange.
What is our paintings?
What are our paintings? Again, if this could show
it
up
looks
as
so
red
orange. It looks like you like just blacked out
around the pumpkin, yeah.
you-
And then I just went through and
yeah, it took your.
that probably would have been better
Yeah.
if I painted the whole thing black and then scraped it with my finger.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Oh well. Let's go with 28. If a person's candle flame goes off on Halloween, on the night of Halloween, it indicates that person is with what? A virgin.
A virgin? No.
If a person's candle flame goes off on the night of Halloween, it indicates that person is with what?
Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow.
Okay. What'd you say?
Ooh, I said a spirit or a ghost.
I said the devil.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
A ghost.
Ah!
I like how you kept the spirit answer. And
I
you're
know,
like,
well, that's a good
eventually this will be right.
like spirit has to be the answer to something. I
Yeah.
swear. Yeah, that's true.
So like if I light a candle on Halloween and it goes off,
That
or
means
it goes
there's a
out,
spirit present. That's like a traditional.
or somebody
like-
blew on it.
Go moo. Dude, I gotta get this shit
It's
off. my
haunted cow.
face.
Ooh.
Is that what he said? Ooh.
Yeah. Spooky cow. Okay, so you're at 4, I'm at 2. Okay.
Kick ass.
Where can the what? Where can the people find you?
People can find me at lou.mcdonald on my Instagram. That is LUU. That's 2 U's, not a W. .mcdonald. And that's the only place you can find me. My eat of the week. I made. Oh, I think I already said that last week. Maybe, because I made it right before. What did I eat? I had leftovers all week. I had steak all week, and I think I said that last
You
time.
did say that last week.
Yeah, 'cause I forgot that I literally.
You've just been eating steak nonstop.
I've been eating it.
You've
for
just
like
been eating yourself
four-
nonstop.
I'm actually a cannibal for
Hannibal.
Halloween. Boo. What did I eat this weekend? That was really. Is your little thing annoying?
No, it just felt like it was going up too
What's
high.
an ascot?
I guess, yeah. This is just a bandana.
Oh, okay.
And it's a very bad bandana. Amazon really did us dirty on the bandanas. But whatever.
think my eat of the week, I had a Coke slushie yesterday, and it hit. That's it. Super lame.
Like from 7-Eleven?
Technically from McDonald's.
Ugh. I didn't even know there was a thing at McDonald's.
Yeah, they have Coke slushies, and some locations have Dr. Pepper slushies. Buc-ee's,
Bussies?
Bussies.
Never been
has-
to Bussies.
Bussies has Dr. Pepper slushies.
Damn.
They're
Really? I
so
can't get
good.
behind pop flavored slushies.
Oh
I'm not really a big
my
slushy person to begin with,
God.
but
I
pop flavored
love-
slushy, I don't know about that.
I am a slut for a slushie. They're good. So that's probably it. It's lame. I get one almost every week because I love slushies way
Oh.
too much. So that's a kind of a lame one. But like I said, I had that steak all week.
And you
then
got to
I
pick something
had-
unique.
So I had to pick something else that I ate.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram is Secret Agent Sharky. And then my eat of the week is I also have not eaten a lot this week. I'm gonna be honest.
it's been a lame.
What was my eat of the week last week?
I don't even. Did you eat last week?
I don't eat ever. Let's just be honest with
You
ourselves.
know what your eat of the week is?
Can't say my eat of the week is alcohol.
But it's the cider. It's your favorite little fall treat.
Yeah, but not as
Have
not
you
as
had any candy yet for Halloween?
no Halloween candy. I did
Oh.
have four Reese's peanut butter cups today. And those, oh, you know what it is? You know those like
Not your Sour Patch things?
no, not the Gushers.
Ah.
You know those sugar cookies, like the really really soft sugar cookies with the frosting and the
Uh-huh,
sprinkles.
uh-huh.
I had two or three of those this week.
Oh.
Oh my god, I love them. I don't like sprinkles, so I scrape off the sprinkles.
I hate those cookies. They're powder.
I know.
Ugh.
I love them.
I also thought my other eat of the week, a singular chocolate bar. I got
What kind?
we
Hershey?
got- yeah, Hershey. We got candy on Friday at work. They had like a little like candy bar that we could go fill bags up and walk through.
Yeah.
And they had Hogwarts like themed ones where when you unwrap it, instead of Hershey's on the like little sectioned off bars, they were a random house. You got your house. So they had
Oh.
like the crest and then like the name of the house.
What house are you?
Slytherin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
Really?
Yeah,
I think it's the ambition.
maybe.
I don't know, but I am. I took the quiz in college multiple times, and I kept getting Slytherin when I was little, like elementary school, when that first became like popular. when
Pottermore, yeah.
Pottermore became a thing, because the interweb became a thing more popular when we were younger. I was a Hufflepuff.
That's what I am.
Yeah, and then
Through and through, I'm a Hufflepuff.
and then I went to high school, and then I went to college and changed. And
Yeah.
now every time I take it, I'm a Slytherin. And I genuinely think it's the ambition because that's one of their things. But also like Slytherins aren't all bad.
No, just every bad person is a Slytherin.
Yeah. But
So they're not all bad, but every bad one is a Slytherin.
yeah. But my friends, my two bestie girls, they're both Gryffindors. So for
Oh,
Halloween 2 years
classic,
ago,
yeah.
we were Ron, Harry, and Draco. Little gender bent moment.
Yeah,
Banging.
yeah.
We looked so good.
Sexy Draco.
I sprayed my hair white.
That's crazy.
Did I ever show you those pictures?
I don't think so.
Okay. After that, I will show you how insane. My hair was neon.
That's wild.
It like it was reflective paint, and
Yeah.
I didn't notice. So when we took flash photos, it's neon in all the photos.
My
It's so
best
funny.
costume. I don't think we talked about our best costume, but really quick, my best costume ever. This is so cheesy. But like hands down, without a doubt, my best costume ever. And I will stand by this to the day I die. Is when I was in kindergarten, I was dressed as a pumpkin, and I just had like a pumpkin thing over me. I just like wore a
Uh-huh.
whole pumpkin costume.
Was it inflatable?
No, they didn't have inflatables
It
back
was
then. That
just-
was
Yeah, that's
that was
new
2000.
of, like,
That was 2001.
ah,
So
there's that.
year of the towers, one might say.
This is you're cut off. The show needs to end.
Yeah. So, but I was a pumpkin that year for Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
And
for
I
you.
honestly, like, I can't remember a lot of my Halloween costumes
I
over the
remember
years.
every single one.
So I think I'm sticking with pumpkin.
I was
the
a-
year I was a pumpkin because I was a cute. I'll find a picture for
I
you.
was a cute.
I was a
pumpkin.
cute ass pumpkin.
I was a cute Spider-Man. I was Superman one year.
You were a Spider-Man, that's
I
for sure.
was a Spider variant. I was a Superman. I was my brother's secondhand costumes
Yeah.
quite frequently. Not because my mom was lazy, but because
Because you wanted to be.
I was like, well, I'm gonna be that, and so
Yeah.
I had to be that. But I was also Monopoly. I was a jellyfish. I was Nemo.
I was a crayon one year.
A crayon.
A crayon.
A crayon. Crayon.
I know there's a Y. It's a crayon. Yeah. When I was working at for my town back home, I was a camp counselor.
When
and
I
then
was working for the town.
I was working for the town. I was working like the recreation department. And so we would like do a bunch of like kids events. And one of the things was like a Halloween themed thing. And so we all went, like all the people working it, we all went as like Crayola crayons. And I was the green one.
Reflective hair.
Oh my lord.
Like, I'm not even lying.
That is wild.
It's bright white. Like,
That is insane. How long did it take to wash that out?
oh my God. It was a helmet too.
Yeah.
It's like the cheap spray from Spirit.
Yeah.
So when I tested it, it went so stiff. I wore my hair down. I wanted to go like more of like a Lucius Malfoy look, you
Yeah.
know? And it stiffened my hair. I was like, fuck, I gotta wear my hair.
Gotta
And
go back.
also, Draco does the slick back.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll do a low bun and just make it a fucking helmet and call it a day. And I wish you could see. It's not gonna work because it's so reflective.
That's wild.
But it was neon, like literally in every photo. It's bright. My friend,
You're like a traffic cone.
I know.
That is insane.
But it was iconic. I got second place at the drag show.
Right, because
costume
you were mad about
contest.
that.
Yeah, I've already complained about that.
Yeah.
But that was my costume, and I that's probably one of my favorites I've ever done.
Yeah.
I felt like the shit because I went all out, and my hair. I sat in the shower. I just sat down in
Yeah.
the tub with the water, just like waiting for it to
I
run out.
still sit down in the tub.
I mean, yeah, it's comfortable. Why not?
I'll like lay down sometimes, just kind of let the water hit me on the chest.
That's like a I hate thing. Like ugh.
Like a what?
Like a sensory thing,
Oh,
you know? Like I get triggered by that.
interesting.
If it's hitting, I don't like just rain.
You wouldn't just go stand in the rain and like.
I could do that.
That's what it's like. Only
but like
warm. I don't fall asleep.
I don't know. Anyway,
It's because you're laying there naked. That's
we
the
are
problem, isn't it?
losing- we are losing track.
Anyways,
Where can you find the podcast?
as for the
Joe?
podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast. And on Instagram at The Shuffle_podcast. Thank you guys so much. Instagram at The Shuffle. Oh, and then subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all at The Shuffle Podcast. Lauren, do you want to do a spin around to see the whole costume?
Oh, yeah. You got a tail.
Yeah.
Let's go. And you guys.
I am wearing. I got cowboy boots.
There we go.
Where's my ass?
Do some tassels. Do some movement. Woo! We're chilling. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes,
Have a
happy
safe
Halloween.
You probably can't even hear me.
Yeah.
Have a great Halloween. Be safe. Have so much fun. Go all out with your costumes. If
You remember
don't,
this is coming out after Halloween,
You're
right?
lame. If you already, yeah, whatever.
I hope you had a great
I hope
Halloween.
you had a good Halloween.
We'll talk to you
Yeah.
guys next week from Lauren's apartment.
Woo!
Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye.
See y'all.